Good evening, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. I'm gonna play some Final Fantasy V, because it is time for the 4-Job Fiesta. I am DCE, or just Justin, I'm sometimes going by. That's my name, that's why I'm going to take us on a nice chill ride through Final Fantasy V. Gotta... Oh, I might need to get that configured, but that's fine. Did not set up my controller apparently beforehand. I thought I had. So if you're not familiar with the 4-Job Fiesta, what the 4-Job Fiesta is a charity event that is being ran over at 4jobfiesta.com. Link should be right down there. Yeah, there, down there. So be sure to go check that out. What it is basically, I'm doing a normal run, so I will be assigned a job from each job crystal. I have to use the jobs I am presented and only the jobs I am presented. Now, I don't have any other additional requirements for this run, with one exception that I will explain later on. And on top of that, I have a special donation incentive going where, if you look at the very bottom down below me, so somewhere down there, I have a little total party kill donation counter. So, for every single time my entire party is murdered horribly by these awful denizens of this terrible, terrible world, I will have to donate $1. It's only $1, but depending on what classes I get, that number can climb pretty fast. Last year, I believe it was 13, because I got some very fortunate jobs. But depending on what I get from my very first job crystal, that can change in a hurry. You may hear the sound cut out every once in a while. There is something I'm also taking care of on a separate window, so I have yet to get my system I'm using to continue to output sound when it's not the window focus. But suffice to say, it should not happen for very long or for any significant period of time, just a couple seconds here and there. So we start off seeing King Tycoon leaving the kingdom on a grand journey to go ahead and try to find out what's going on with the elemental crystals. I am playing also the Final Fantasy V Advance version. Not because I have any problems with the Super Nintendo version, but I've played the Advance version far more. There's a couple of small nuanceful differences I know between the two, and I just personally prefer the Advance version because it's the first one I really got to play. Being that 5 wasn't released here in America, and I didn't even try to emulate it until much later on. I think I might have a repro cartridge somewhere of it now, though, but... Also, like, I figured this way I'm more familiar with the class names, item names, and everything like that. There's a couple of variances in the actual version. So last year was the first year I ran the 4-Job Fiesta. I had a successful normal run. I did start a chaos run, but I did not have time to finish it because a bunch of other stuff was going on. I would not mind doing a chaos run again, but I'm not entirely sure I want to stream that because it's very burnout can happen real quick with something like that, especially if you get a bunch of crap on your rolls. So I remember the first time I played this. The first time I did the 4-job Fiesta, I had started out, literally just gotten started, and so I was grinding out the first couple areas just a little bit, just trying to grind a couple levels out real quick, and I wasn't paying any attention. So my first TPK came when Bartz got killed by goblins when I looked away from my screen for too long. So, good one. Hold on, I don't know how my mapping has happened. Something is wrong. Give me 1 second. Joypad configure. That was weird. Okay, not sure how I had that set up, but... Now, I'm not going to go through a ton of the story, like sit here and intricately go through it all, because, I mean, I think most people that are familiar with the Fiesta have seen the game before. But to summarize what's going on here, Lena went looking for King Tycoon, who went off to try to find the crystals and said he'd return. So she's trying to find him, and while she was traveling, this meteorite fell out of the sky, which also deposited a old man. So just remember that. It's always important whenever you find a meteorite to always look for old men nearby, because it's entirely possible one has been deposited on the ground nearby. And his name is Galef, as opposed to his name being John Cena. So they're going to the Wind Shrine together, and we're going to get left behind. Super Nintendo era sprites being what they are, their outfits appear patently ridiculous. Here you have Bartz, who has a suit of what appears to be blue breastplate, and then green tap dancing shoes. No leg gear. But his chest is very well protected, so if someone like takes a baseball bat right to his shoulder, he'll probably be okay. Boko is the best character in this game. So this is where I died last time, the very first time I played this game, because these goblins just... I literally just, at one point in time, sat down and went and like looked away and had a conversation with someone. When I looked down, I was dead. So, I mean, sit through the opening cutscene again, you know, it's a good time. Bokos are the real hero here. Just double checking something. Normally my phone, for whatever reason, emails me a message saying, hey, I've gone live. I didn't see it. I wanted to make sure I actually did go live and I'm not just talking to myself, which would be, you know, kind of unfortunate. Galef with the old play dead and eavesdrop on strangers' conversations trick. It's a patented one. That's right, Boko. You too. We can do this, buddy. Let's go ahead and get a quick save. Alright, Boko. It's been a good run. So say goodbye to the best character of the game. And we get real combat, which will be incredibly exciting. You'll get to see me do such things as mash the A button repeatedly and hopefully not die. Ideally, those will be my patented moves that I'll rely on for the first part of this game. Ah, yes. Healing Springs. Which are always appreciated when they show up in dungeons. Missed the stairs. Mind having some crab legs for dinner. So yay, full heals. Because you don't have access to tents or anything like that at this point in the game. never see us if we hide just below the sprite animation. I mean, me personally, I'm going to go ahead and create a hideout to my secret lair. I'm going to make sure the access point is a nearby skull-shaped switch, especially if I'm a pirate. That's how you do it. Open our first chest of the game. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. It's a leather cap. I am genuinely dreading what I'm gonna get for my pull on my job, because I feel like last year I got Blue Mage. Blue Mage saved that run on so many different occasions. Like I couldn't even begin to tell you how many times I would not have made it through boss fights if it wasn't for the very powerful set of skills that the Blue Mage possesses. And I'm just afraid that because I got that last year, they're gonna try to throw like Thief at me this time, and it's just gonna be depressing. Because Thief is probably the worst case option. Black Mage would be pretty bad too, because I'd have a party full of a party full of gelatin basically at that point for a good while. So part of the other thing with the reason that the king went out to go look for the crystals is because the elements have been in disarray. For example, the wind's not blowing; it's on stagnant. You'll find similar other issues in other areas, but that's the first one that's been noticed. So the oddity of a pirate ship that's able to sail without wind is quite interesting. How's everyone doing on levels? Perfectly fine. Ideally, I want to be about... I mean, level 8's great before I fight the first boss, but not really necessary. So we're going to steal a ship from the pirates because that's what you do. Now fortunately, the pirates are asleep. All of them. All of the pirates that are here guarding doorways have fallen asleep. Standing up. All of them. All the pirates are asleep. So they're great at their job. Obviously, the way you steal a pirate ship is once you have control of the wheel, you have control of the ship. That's how it works. Well, obviously you need to go ahead and turn the key in the ignition first. So shockingly, our intrepid heroes get caught immediately. Piratey pirate, you know, because we're dealing with the absolute peak in terms of intelligence and comebacks. I've noticed they bothered. Never noticed before they actually bothered to draw the pendant on her there. I knew they did the shine. I didn't realize they actually bothered to draw the pendant on. That seems kind of unnecessary. Meanwhile, nearby... So the game hammers you over the head with obvious plot points right out of the gate, because this is a JRPG that's been translated for the US. There are a few things you can always tell with JRPGs. First of all, they're going to go ahead and make obvious broad strokes of plot points right off the bat. Secondly, anytime any character in the game says, oh, it's no big deal, or don't worry about it, it's incredibly important. Probably crucial. So the captain has gone ahead and gone soft. Captain Ferris. Pirates temporarily contemplating a mutiny, but then remember that they're all pretty weak. Probably level 1 NPCs at best. And they're pirate. They have a sense that their captain probably has main character plot armor, so. So I'm introduced you to the best character in the game. This is Sildra. Sildra is, without question, the best character in this game. And we're off on the back of a giant dragon of the sea. So we're not going to sail straight for the wind chime. Actually, how are we on money and items? It would probably be worth... So just to warn you, the beginning of this game will contain a little bit of grinding. Probably not right now so much, but I do need to get some gear at least. But having some gear for the first shrine does help a little bit, because you're going to do more damage or take less damage. Either way, it's not a bad thing. And right now, we can equip anything in the game, because we are freelancers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy broadswords for everybody, because it's kind of important. We want all of our characters to be able to deal damage in there. So it seems like an unnecessary thing to buy right off the bat, but it's only gonna help, especially in the Galef's case, because Galef basically doesn't do damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can also afford at least leather caps for everyone. If not the end of the world. But sell that knife. Okay. That should be good. So we're just gonna leave the pirate crew behind, apparently. Ferris gets the leather shield, only character that has one. I could probably grind out enough for a shield, but it's not super important. Alright, so we'll save here. Because we could totally encounter our first TPK right in the shrine. So the wind stopped, and there are monsters now everywhere. So Ferris is suddenly very interested and invested in all this. A lot of the music, by the way, in Final Fantasy V is pretty solid. I would say as a Final Fantasy game, it probably has less overall memorable tracks, but there are a few particular tracks that are just really, really good. Like the tower one here. I think I forgot that Ferris already has a broadsword, so now I have an extra broadsword. I can't remember though. Curious. Nope, okay, good. Was that a knife or something? I just forgot. Consecrated circle, so this is our save points. I think I wanted to go the other way for a chest. We'll just go ahead and row for everyone for the first turn. It's kind of a burn first turn, but it'll mean that I should kill everyone pretty easily the next go around. Level ups for everyone! Woo! What did I even get? I got an extra lifted cap. Totally forgot what this place drops. Little pro tip there, you can go ahead and walk through that wall. Of course there's a broadsword in here. I mean, I personally love spending extra money I don't need to spend. That's the way I like to play the game. There's something hidden there. There's not. Okay. Alright, time to fight Wing Raptor. The first boss, and the first place it's likely I could die. Shouldn't be too bad since everyone's at least loaded up with the broadswords. I should actually kill him in like 2 go rounds if everything goes right. Oh shit. I might as well just go ahead and heal up then, that's fine. No point in denying anyone some XP. Oh, crap, there's no XP for bosses. It's only ability points. Been a little while since I played this. Alright. It begins. Appears I've done something wrong. Hold on. I might already have been given mine and not realized it. Let's see. I know my first job. First, the king will have to appear to us. So, the crystal's already shattered because it's been put under too much stress. And we need to go ahead and protect the other crystals. So now we have been chosen as Warriors of Light, which is, you know, it's Final Fantasy, so that works. After 4 was a much more character-focused story, they went back to the roots for 5. So we must protect the crystals. Preferably better than we did the wind crystal. So among options I could have gotten, I got maybe the best option I could have gotten, arguably. And my first job is... My first option I've unlocked is Monk. So I'm about to go ahead and really, really put a hurting on these enemies. So those broadswords I bought sure will help. So the reason Monk is a great one is because I can still cross-class abilities between my jobs. That means I can give barehanded to any of my other classes that I get later on. allowing me to never have to buy weapons again if I don't want to, and have ridiculously effective attack power with all of my characters. This will be interesting depending upon what my other jobs are. If I don't get any magic-based jobs, this could be a big problem, but we'll see. Because this does mean I lose out on White Mage and Black Mage. But these 4 enemies don't stand a chance now. There's also that. Doesn't necessarily save any time, but it's entertaining. I can kick a whole bunch of enemies right in the face. Alright, so I'm gonna first try to go ahead and go through here, only to discover the canal gate is locked. Well, that won't do. We better find out who has the canal gate. So we don't need any of the magic, which will save us some money. Don't need shields. We already have caps and armor for everyone, so we actually don't need to buy anything else, and we can just sell off all those broadswords that we were hoarding. All 5 of them. So the upside to Monk means we're going to be sitting on some money, because I don't need to buy much. Will want to restock on items though, because my only method of healing right now, at least until Monk gets to a higher level, because I think Chakra heals, but for right now my only method of healing is potions. No item shop? No, hold on. Important things afoot. Alright, so I gotta sit through the dancing because I think that's the only way for me to play on the piano. We have to improve our piano skills. Piano skills are super important. And actually, it's not entirely a lie, because if we end up with Bard at some point, we really want to make sure our piano skills are up to snuff. So, connotations of this dance aside, let's go ahead and move along. We're getting there, guys. We're getting to leveling up our piano skills one bit at a time. Guy hiding in the corner being weird, looking at the dancer ladies. We're going to start throwing some more obvious plot points at you at this point. So we're just peeping on Ferris while he's asleep. Okay. So now we need to go find an old friend of Lena's. Who, conveniently enough, might just have access to a key to go in the canal. Now, if you come here the first time you go to the city, he's not there. His name is Zoc. Zoc doesn't want to let her enter and claims to have lost the key because he's trying to protect her and he's afraid something bad's going to happen to her. But wants them to at least stay overnight. I love ambient noises on the Super Nintendo. Like, I obviously don't sound like authentic noises, but it's just kind of, you know, charming. So everyone seems like they have deeper ties to the plot than they even appear to. Bart's hair color changed a little bit, or he went through a rebellious phase as a kid, one of the two. So Zoc goes ahead and gives us the key, as long as we promise to protect Lena. And now we can progress on with the game. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to traveling the world on a pirate ship with a whole crew of like stereotypical pirates. It's not something you see very often in the game, where you get a bunch of absolutely stereotypical pirates traveling with you on a pirate ship across the world. It's really neat. So. I'm very excited about it. So we're leaving the pirates behind. Okay, back on the ship. basically the plot of Final Fantasy 1 would happen. It's always nice to. It's also nice to have a bunch of protagonists in the game that are actually really willing to be a part of the plot. Too many of the later Final Fantasy games seemed intent on having main characters who wanted nothing to do with the plot. There's something I can do to improve the frame rate. Seems a little slow on the capture. I'm sure I can improve that somehow. I just need to figure out how. So I shouldn't really need to do a whole lot of grinding here, honestly. So we have our second boss here, which is some sort of, it's kind of hard to tell, but some sort of scorpion creature, which can really cause some problems. Hey, remember how I said I needed to buy items? That could be a problem. Yep, it's right at that. Well, experience levels are already uneven. We'll say goodbye to the best character of the game. Goodbye, Sildra. It's a good run. Turns out without a magical sea dragon, you go a lot slower in the ocean. Who knows where you'll end up when you don't have control of your course. So we ended up in a ship graveyard. I think everyone ends up rested here, though, so... Yeah, okay. These lack of potions is going to be a problem real quick. So we also have counterattacks. That's another bonus. I can take that. So let's go ahead and pass that around. Ferris doesn't want to get wet. So, I forgot how little damage you do in the back row. That undead husk looks an awful lot like a golem. Thought, I'm just double checking because I want to make sure there wasn't something in here. There is, okay. That'll be important. I just caught up. Now, if the question you have is how long can they hold their breath, the answer is yes. Oh, I actually didn't realize there was a hole there. I just did that. So now the truth comes out. So Ferris is also a woman, and she has the same pendant as Lena, and she's very adamant about finding King Tycoon. Was also chosen to be a warrior of light. I'm sure this plot ends here. Okay. Everyone's all rested up. What I need now is I need to get to a town to buy some frickin' healing items. I think that's my only opportunity to get that item too. More Phoenix Downs! All the Phoenix Downs! Woo! I don't even begin to understand or pretend to understand the logistics behind that little event there. Must have been a load-bearing chest. So monks get a lot stronger a lot faster than you'd expect also. I'm doing almost 10 points more damage per punch than I was when I first got the class. Okay. Uh-oh, shenanigans are afoot. Strange. This is fine. Old man goes around punching everybody. Best part of any game. Old man punching everybody. I like how they actually gave everyone different, like, responses to it, too. Is this the fight that... Okay, that's not one of the undead fights. I could have sworn it was. So much damage. Yeah, that doesn't even stand a chance. Ah, whimsical. We almost had our soul stolen by a demon. Ha ha, good times. Remember that? Whew. So I have access to a nice little world map now. Which I believe, if I look at it, I need to head south-ish? Mess with the bighorn, you get the bulls. It's an old proverb. Hey, there's the town. Quick. I think this is just a regular old town. I don't think this is actually one of the crystal towns. Alright, we need this for sure. This is one of those tracks that I prefer almost any remix over the original. I really enjoy the rhythm and everything to it, but the background kind of like humming can really grind on you after a while. Magic. I don't think there's anything else here we have to do, except for play the piano. Getting there. Can't go by sea. Obviously, the only option is to go by teleportation. Yes, I get it, Bartz. I get the idea is that if you can't go by land or sea, you go by air. I'm pretty sure there's something that has to trigger this. The dragon looked dragon-like, very helpful. I love that it's just called North Mountain. Now we can go find it. Stop at the end real quick. Alright, to North Mountain. I'd like to get my second job tonight at least. That'd be really nice. I'm hoping with Monk this means it'll actually cut down the amount of grinding I have to do, since I'll have a really strong physical class for the entire game. Save. I get the impression there's probably some people watching that are pretty disappointed with how well this is going. A 50% counterattack rate is just nasty. I can also get you killed later in some of the later bosses, or enemies that counterattack you as well. Yay, barehanded. Does not help me at this level, but allows me to pass on the ability to fight barehanded and also strength bonuses to all other classes that I play. Really don't want to accidentally step on those. Due for another boss fight here, right after this place. Oh, do I use tent? Just make sure we're topped off. Hunters are all evil, let this be noted. I mean, if you're hunting something like a Windrake or a Princess, though, you know. You are probably evil, yes. This one actually cracks me up. So she climbs up, no problem, and then has time to go ahead and lay and stake in a rope bridge. Do that first. There's absolutely no reason not to use focus on a side note, because it takes less time than a full turn to charge up, and it does double damage, and critical hits do double up the double, which means if you get a critical hit, it's insane. Focus is just flat out broken. It's not even a remotely fair skill. So I can hear you saying, well, why don't you use focus all the time? Because it does take a little bit longer, and if I'm trying to hurry up through few counters like this, I'm just going to regularly attack in most cases. Alright. Now we go to Waltz, the Water Kingdom, where surely everything will be perfectly fine and the crystal will be in perfectly intact shape and in no way, shape, or form will be endangered. At all. No chance of it. So, here you cannot fly over mountains, that's the only thing. But oceans are no problem. Thunderstorm going on outside, so if I disappear, you'll know why. To be fair, it's been thundering all day, and as you've so far never gotten past the stage of I am thundering. So the biggest issue with Monk is no defense. So I should be getting a new job here very soon. I think I can also encounter my first summon here. Garula, big ol' elephant. It's adorable. Garula is probably the best character in this game. Doesn't get nearly enough recognition, but I would be willing to say Garula is probably, arguably, no, literally is the best character in this game. So we're going to ask the king to stop amplifying the power of the water crystal because, you know, something bad might happen. almost on cue. Something goes wrong. Oh, we're gonna have to go do an old man check here soon. So, a meteorite lands near the tower, and the first thing you do is mobilize the army. Them rocks gonna take our jobs. Falling out of the sky. Birds will be out of work before you know it. Okay, let's save here. So Gorilla's bad now. So. I guess Paris is paralyzed? If that thunder's coming through on the headset, I apologize. As you can see, again, Monk just sort of trivializes most of this early part of the game. However, in a couple seconds here, I'm going to have to only have I can only have, at most, 3 monks. Which is a crying shame, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm just going to preempt this now. Save. For 2 hours is pretty good progress. Or an hour and a half, but all the same. believe I can equip that. Let's give that to the person with the lowest HP for right now. Alright, it's Garula time! Garula hits like a truck. However, the tactics really don't change. Beat the high holy crap out of it any way you possibly can. Sometimes he'll do that, and there's just not much you can do about it. He's just gonna wombo combo you to death. He just gets a whole string of attacks like this sometimes. Okay. First one! Okay. Garula is peak. We're just gonna try that one again. I'm trying to double guess myself now because I'm like, does Garula have a counterattack and it's just getting really delayed because of how many attacks are coming out? But I really don't think that it does. I'm pretty sure Garula is just Garula can just stomp on your face. Just take care of that. Yes, I got Monk. Did not much help in that particular scenario, but I do have Monk. I think this time I'll go ahead and play it a little bit safer. I don't think it's the fastest tactic, but what I can do is I can try to keep some people on healing duty. Oh, 4 white mages. Yeah. Yeah, against Garula. I mean, even your MP will start to get attacks trying to keep alive. Because you're probably only going to have one of them attacking. So let's just try this. About 2 on focus. The rest on healing. No, white mage is not great against Garula. I would definitely agree with that statement. Oh boy. Holy crap! Just attack. Just attack. No. It was going fine, and then Grulla's like, oh yeah, I can just kill you. I really shouldn't have to grind with a party full of monks here. I'm just gonna throw myself at that one again. More money for charity. I keep getting the same enemies up here too. Stuck in some kind of time loop. Okay. Chakra is a monk ability, but I'm pretty sure it's a ways out there. I think it's like... I thought Chakra was like a level 4 monk ability, so... I don't know if that's really my thing I want to rely on, is the thing. Okay. But my hope is that Chakra will be something I can depend on with my monk as an extra healing supplement. Barehanded 2, I just got to barehanded. Doesn't matter who I give this to, so we'll give it to you. Is everyone's HP actually topped off? It is, okay. Try this again. Alright, Garula. I need you to stop being a complete jerk, okay? I actually called you the best character in the game earlier, and I regret that now. Let's try that. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of the art style, but the PC version actually plays really, really well. I just wanted to go something more traditional for the 4-job Fiesta. Beyond that, the Game Boy Advance version is the version I would always recommend. You can probably get that in a Game Boy SP relatively cheap. Oh god, he's doing it again. Stop! Stop! Please! I'm just gonna go full ham again. Stop! That's fine. Nope, that's not fine. Stop! What? How are you still alive? Ugh. Oh, yeah, fine. Okay. So... I will always talk up with FF4, I always will talk up the PSP version big. I absolutely adore the PSP version of Final Fantasy IV. So we're going to go ahead and do just a bit of, we're going to try to get just like 2 levels maybe. That might be the difference maker. I don't really recommend the PS1 Classic version of Final Fantasy V. I just didn't find that to be very good. I mean, you can find a reprint Final Fantasy V that's got the US translation patch on it. That's you can probably find that pretty cheap. I just feel like I shouldn't have to grind. I was doing so well up to this point. But I get 2 levels worth of HP buffs and everything, and I should be okay. It's just I didn't want to have to grind now. Thanks, kid. It started out way too well. That's the problem. I didn't suffer a death to the goblins at the beginning of the game, so I'm already breaking tradition. The Final Fantasy V version that's on the phone is the same one that's on Steam, so it's actually made and optimized for touch controls. And everyone I've talked to that's played the mobile version said good things about it, so as long as your phone can handle it, I'd say, yeah, that's not a bad way to play it at all. I mean, not that I would advocate it, but there's also emulation options for the phone, but if that's more your thing. Whoa! Watch down the damage there, buddy. Yeah, the big problem with the PC version is it basically keeps the touch interface. If you're playing with the controller, it's not that bad, except the screen takes some of the menus take up a little bit more screen real estate than you'd expect them to. It just seems it's very blasphemous to talk positively about the Steam versions of 5 and 6 for some reason, but in all honesty, I know there's a lot of people aren't big fans of the sprite work, and I get that. But they actually play really, really, really well. I will always say, in terms of like really touched up screenshot sprite work, I like, again, going back to Final Fantasy IV and the PSP, I much prefer that over the sprite work they did in Final Fantasy V and 6 for the PC and mobile. Did that out of order. That might be okay still. Alright, there's a level up. We'll try it here, and then if that doesn't work, I'll grab one more level up. I didn't want to fight you guys again. It didn't go well the last couple times. Okay, so let's see. Again, we'll just give someone the silver armor. It doesn't really matter who. Before I go up here, let me top off some HP since I got those bonus potions. Okay. Give it another go. crit. Alright, he seems to go into critical hit, or he seems to go into insane rush counterattack mode anytime he gets below a certain HP is what it is. Okay. Take that, Garula. Screw you, buddy. Alright, time to check and see if I've gotten a response. I haven't gotten a response, so let me see if my page got updated. Let's see. Okay, this has just gotten really interesting. Because I know what my job is. So, crystal explodes, bad things. The knight just kind of dramatically leaves and then dies in the doorway. But knows the name of Caliph. My phone didn't get a notification, so I didn't know that I had gotten a response from Gilgabat yet. So let me just update my thing real quick. And it wasn't Berserker, so Red Mage is totally manageable. It gives me access to magic damage and physical damage. This will actually be really interesting, and I can actually combine it with barehanded to make it a hell of a fighter. I don't. The characters already have names, Christina. And, as you'd expect, the tower sinks into the ocean. But we weren't fast enough to get off. But look! It's our buddy! Sildra! Probably the best character in the game. I mean, if you're going to sink into the ocean, take as much with you as possible, I always say. Hello, unusually high frame rate waves. So that was Sildra. All right. So this does change some things for me. Obviously this changes gear, so let's first go to the inn and heal up. And then I need to pick who's going to be our designated red mage. Because odds are the only skill they'll need from the monk tree is barehanded, so they don't need any more experience as monk. Ideally, though, there's also value in having everyone learn some red magic so they can use healing abilities and whatnot. So... No, that's actually a really good start. So I think I'm gonna go Red Mage with Varus. And go ahead and go barehanded so I don't have to worry about buying equipment. And then I think I'm also gonna have Lena take Red Mage. I'm hoping that if I get a few different classes with the ability to cast red, I won't need to rely on Chakra, because Chakra doesn't heal a ton, even though it doesn't use MP. So we'll see. If I find Chakra really good, I can always rebalance later on. I don't have to like never let someone be a monkey, and I can shuffle my jobs around. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so Silk Robe is worse. Okay. I don't need to worry about shields, I guess, this way. No, I didn't... They were really tired, okay? I want to see if I have any better access to gear. I don't think I do, but let me just double check. No, it doesn't look like it. So we'll stick with this. Oh, magic. Let me buy magic. Actually, I don't think I need. I think I know. Yeah. Okay. I'll need to go back north to buy magic. Gorilla's back. Screw you, Gorilla. You're a jerk. White Mage, Summoner, and Ranger is really good. My team last year was Blue Mage. What was it? Blue Mage. I want to say... Was it Beastmaster? I want to say something like Blue Mage, Beastmaster, Dragoon, and Bard. Or was it Bard Dancer? God, it's been a while now. It might have been Bard Dancer. And Dragoon and Blue Mage. It was a weird team. Magic. I'm here for magic. That's what I wanted to do. Not like the Gathering, but... It doesn't tell me if anyone can use it, is the problem. I want to say red mages can use everything up to level 3? If anyone else can confirm that, that's awesome, but I believe they can use all magic up to level 3. Okay. I mean, it sounds right, so... Okay. I think I need to go talk to the king, who will implore me to go check out the fireplace, village, whatever. Crystal, ship, town, castle, mountain, Stephen. So we're going to Karnak. Alright, so we're gonna go to Karnak. I totally remember where Karnak is. I want to say it's south? Oh, no, no, no. I know what I have to do. That's right. We're done flying around now. We've done all the flying around we're allowed to do now. I need to find where that meteorite was. It was just there. And now I don't remember what my buttons do. South. Okay. Barnes disintegrated in midair. Do you think he teleported? We won't know if we don't try. Everyone dies. Could be a trap. So that should take me over to near Karnak. I think I have to go quite a bit south to get there. I think I have to go past the library. I think I have to go. I think I have to do the library on the way, where I will have to fight Ifrit. I just want to cast a spell. That's what I want to do. Woo! Magic. Whew, their HP is not good, I just realized. How about some other kind of magic? I think Red Mage is the one other advantage they have is they get dual cast, if I'm not mistaken, at max level. Although it takes like some obscene, like 450 or 900, some stupid amount of job points to get there. But dual cast will be pretty important, especially if I can get it for everybody. So if I need someone to sub in for magic, I can just have them start dual casting everything all over the place. How do I know? I need to look at that. It's north and then south. Okay. It does, but since I'm not like I can say, let me go work on these 12 other classes, I should be able to get it without too much trouble. And considering it's entirely possible this will be my party configuration going up to the get the Earth Crystal, I really hope I don't get a job. I really hope whatever my third job is, I have access to. Because I think you have access. I think of the fire jobs, it's what I think it's Ninja and Bard you don't have access to right away. Galef's kind of a beast. Another crit. Ranger. So it's Ranger and Bard then, I think. Because I had Bard and I didn't have access to it, which probably was a blessing in disguise. Either Bard or Dancer. It was a blessing in disguise in that case, probably. in, step back outside, and save real quick. Let's see if there's any gear I can get to. Spells. Oh, that's right. Shit. I forgot that I get arrested here. Since I had either Bard or Dancer, the other two classes I had last year were Bard and Dancer, I don't want those two. I'd like to go with something different this year. That's kind of all I really want. Oh, I still get one of the silver plates? That's good. Hi, Sid. We're trapped in jail and might be executed. It's hilarious. So Sid basically is the one who found a tome talking about amplifying the machines, and he built them, and now it's destroying the world because Sid is a terrible, 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 awful old man and deserves nothing but your scorn and disappointment. I will not tolerate anyone being nice to Sid. Sid is a jackass. He may be the best character in the game. Arguably. Three best characters. Three best characters in the game so far? I mean, yeah, something like that. I mean, look, I have the ability to change my mind whenever I want to. Oh, the Chancellor is here now, and he's telling Sid that, he was right the whole time. So now we need to go to the fire-powered ship, which sadly does not have a fire flower on it. And shut the machine down. Which I believe will also, for some reason, blow up the castle? Something weird happens. I don't remember exactly what next, but I'm pretty sure something to that effect. So we were arrested for, being with the monsters and being possible terrorists, and then we're going to proceed to essentially blow up the castle. So, yes? With the monks, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, there is some really good loot in the castle. They just scared off a werewolf using bombs. Wasn't that a little unnecessary, guys? Just maybe. Let me buy up the rest of the silver plate I wanted. I am aware of that, yes. probably no reason to... I don't think there's any real reason for me to bother buying weapons at this point I mean, much later in the game perhaps, just because of the benefits that some of the weapons will have, like elemental advantages and whatnot, but until then I don't think there's much reason to. Oh, I need to sell some of that gear that I just unequipped. And buy up some magic. That way, the next time, so tomorrow, I can hop right into the fire-powered ship. So tomorrow, just in case you're wondering, I will be streaming from about 6 to probably 9 or 10. Yes, they can't use ice rods for blizzards, but I should be okay without it in this case. I'm hoping. So Kira is going to be important. Raise is important. I can probably get by for now, at least without Confuse or Silence. And then I want Lazara. Get the rest of the magic later. Oh, in. That's the other thing I wanted. Oh, well, congratulations. That's awesome. I hope that you have a great day then. Hey, you shouldn't be watching this terrible stream then, if that's the case, for sure. I mean, probably not healthy for you anyways, but... Okay. Not bad considering the fact that about 2 hours got all the way up to the fire-powered ship. Only had 3 wipes, which were depressing. Enjoy your Chinese food, Amber. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that could have gone a heck of a lot worse than it did. So yeah, thank you for joining. It's been fun. I once again will recommend down there, support the 4-Job Fiesta. Even if you just want to watch people who are doing streaming or spread the word about it, it's for a good cause. All the money goes to a good place, and Eric Rosal does a lot of work in making sure that everything stays up and running. So yeah, support the Fiesta. Watch other people. Enjoy this time. Enjoy Final Fantasy V. If you haven't played it, you should totally play it. It's a really good game. I will be back tomorrow at 6, streaming for about 3-4 hours, so hopefully you'll see me there. Have a good night, y'all.